Hello, our beloved METCO community, students, families, educators, friends, and supporters. My name is Millie Arbaje Thomas, METCO's President and CEO. Welcome to METCO's first ever virtual senior class celebration. We know that this is not the traditional way of celebrating such an incredible accomplishment. Nonetheless, we are happy to take this opportunity to honor you. As I reflect on this rite of passage, I want to focus on the word defining. This is certainly a defining moment in our lives and in history. Not only are you graduating in the midst of a pandemic, but even more close to our hearts is that we are in the midst of a racial justice movement in this country. This movement reminds us of the grassroots education equity movement in 1966 that led to the creation of METCO, the Metropolitan Council for Educational Opportunity. An opportunity to give access to an excellent education to our Black and Brown students and to provide racial integration to very racially isolated communities. As a result, suburban students also received an excellent education that was inclusive, well-rounded, diverse, and impactful, because learning doesn't only happen in the textbooks, but through the relationships that we build and the knowledge we share about who we are. So your presence, your richness, your ethnicity, your beauty, your differences, and your similarities were also a defining moment in the lives of those who you interacted with. Today's theme is called Step Into the Legacy of school integration, a legacy that continues to be a necessity today, because what can shift the minds and hearts of people in a more natural way than the bond of a friendship that is created in a classroom? Now you are entering another defining moment in your life, a moment where every decision you make will create your destiny. And just like the Black Lives Matter movement is helping to create necessary change, you must also move to create the changes you want to see in your life and in your community. Whatever you set out to do it with determination, passion, and intentionality, because you can make a difference, because you matter, and because your life matters. Congratulations, class of 2020. We look forward to having you join our alumni network so that we can continue this journey. We are far from done, and our future needs you to make this place more welcoming for us all. Felicidades.
Greetings, my name is Kim Janey, and I'm the president of the most diverse city council in Boston's history. I am also the District 7 City Councilor, proudly representing Roxbury, South End, Dorchester, and Fenway. I am also a METCO graduate, class of 1983. I want to give a quick shout out to Millie, the board of directors, the various school districts that have participated in METCO over the years, all of the METCO directors, the educators, the parents, but especially the graduates. Here's to the class of 2020. Congratulations on a job well done. I know this hasn't been easy, but you persevered. I also know what your experience was like as someone who's gone through METCO. But before I went through METCO, I started at a community school. My parents, like your parents, wanted the absolute best for me. And at that time, Boston Public Schools was not providing a good experience for Black children. Many would argue that there's still a lot of work that we have to do on that front. My parents sought out a better opportunity, and they sought to create one by helping start a community school, new school for children. That was my foundation. That is where I got not just the basics in terms of academics, but also a firm foundation in what it meant to be a strong Black girl growing up in the 1970s. I then enrolled in Boston Public Schools for second grade, and they wanted to retain me. They wanted to keep me back a grade, but my parents wouldn't let them. My parents stood up and fought for me. And that was an important lesson at 7 years old. An important lesson of the power of parent voice, of parent engagement, of advocacy. And so I enrolled in the second grade as I was scheduled to do at 7 years old, and I excelled. I was an honor roll student. And then in 1976, I had the great responsibility of integrating the Boston Public Schools at 11 years old during the second phase of court-ordered busing. Our buses were stoned. We were called racial slurs. It was a very traumatic experience. Oftentimes we needed police escorts. But my parents stepped in again. They wanted better for me. And so they enrolled me in METCO. And for 8th grade through 12th grade, I was a METCO student in the Reading Public Schools. I faced my own challenges and I was able to overcome. None, I'm sure, are as great as the ones that you have faced. You guys have persevered. You have worked hard against the greatest of all odds during a global pandemic, with your studies interrupted in terms of being in school buildings, being with your classmates, having one-on-one contact, direct contact with your teachers. You, like many of us, have had to go to technology, to remote learning. And I know that hasn't been easy, but again, you persevered. You had to sacrifice things like your prom, but you persevered. And what is before us in terms of our recovery and the role that you will play, whether you go to college or to career right away, we are counting on you. You are not the leaders of tomorrow. You are leaders right now. You have demonstrated that by being so diligent in your schoolwork, by being good siblings to your brothers and sisters, by being peer leaders, by standing up for each other and for others who are more vulnerable, for taking your rightful place when it comes to social justice and fighting for what's right. You guys are leaders right now, and we're counting on you. So thank you for persevering. Congratulations for completing your studies. And here's to new beginnings. Here's to 2020 and all that remains. The best truly is yet to come. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hey everybody, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker here. I just want to say congratulations to all 300 METCO graduates. You know, I have a long history with this program, a really long history. Some 50 years ago or so, when I was growing up, my mom was a METCO mom, and we had kids who went to our junior high school, then called junior high school, and our high school, who spent a lot of time at our house as METCO students. And it's great stuff. And I was campaigning for governor in 2014, and I went to an event in West Roxbury at a playground that was to honor 2 firemen who had been killed in a fire on Beacon Street in Boston. And this big burly guy who was dressed as a fireman came off one of the trucks, came walking up to me, and his face looked remarkably familiar, but that was it. And he walked up to me and he said, hi, Charlie Baker? I said, yep. He said, I'm Alan Young. Now, Alan Young was one of those METCO kids who spent a lot of time at our house and in our backyard shooting hoops with me. I was probably in high school at that point in time. He was probably in what we would call middle school now, and he was much smaller than the big guy who came up to me there. But I recognized him immediately when he said his name, and we went on and on about the good old days, and he talked a lot about my mom and what a special person she was for him. And I'll tell you something, my own kids in Swampscott have developed deep and lasting friendships with the kids who've come through the METCO program up in Swampscott. Great kids, super friends and the kinds of people who I know will be part of our kids' posse for as long into the future as you can see. It's a truly special program. It provides significant opportunity and a chance for learning in so many different ways. And I just say to all of you, with respect to whatever it is you plan to do next, I hope this program has turned out to be everything that you and your family hoped it would be. And I just have one word of advice for you, and I'm sure you've heard it many times from your parents, which is, I sure hope next year or wherever it is you go next, you make good choices. Congratulations again on graduating, and good luck.
Hi, this is Jeff Riley, Commissioner of Education in Massachusetts. I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to say a huge congratulations to the 300 outstanding METCO grads. I applaud you, your families, and all the people who were there for you during all your school years. For over 50 years, METCO has connected 33 suburban cities and towns with Boston to create an integrated public school experience. METCO's mission of integration is just as important today as it was when it started. All of us benefit from being educated together, cities and suburbs, and our nation. You are an elite group. You got up very early every morning and traveled many miles to attend school in another town. You broke down barriers of culture and race. You brought the richness of your true self each and every day. You built meaningful friendships. You learned, and you also taught those around you. And you worked so unbelievably hard. You built the foundation for a bright future. You are so special because you worked your way through an unprecedented time in history, a global pandemic that caused your school to shut down, but you persevered in completing your education. You are a 2020 graduate of the COVID-19 online learning era. Graduates, we are also proud of you. METCO is proud of you. The City of Boston and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts are proud of you. I wish you the very best as you step into your next journey.
Hello everyone, this is Mayor Marty Walsh. On behalf of the City of Boston, I want to congratulate the METCO's class of 2020. Today is a special day, not only because you made it to the finish line, but because of how you got there. You faced many obstacles along the way. Those obstacles included a global pandemic that changed our world in profound ways. You missed out on traditional senior events, but you hung in there and claimed the biggest prize of all, your education. Your METCO journey says a lot about your character. You showed resilience, strength, and determination. I am confident that you can conquer any challenge that you face in the future. As our future leaders, we count on you to keep building on the lessons you've learned from your parents, your teachers, your peers, and the entire METCO family. If you are old enough to vote, I urge you to exercise your civic duty in this year's elections and all elections moving forward. Your voice matters. Make them heard. Stay involved in your communities. You are role models, and you have a lot to contribute. And once again, congratulations to all the METCO graduates. You show what it means to be Boston strong.
Congratulations, graduates. I'm so delighted as a state senator representing Boston and the co-chair of the METCO caucus in the legislature to have this chance to tell you how proud I am of you and the work that you put in to get here. You made it through challenges of the everyday variety, like classes, exams, and long bus rides, and of the historical variety, finishing high school amidst this pandemic. I want to acknowledge what it means, what you gave to get to this moment. You have studied and sacrificed, shared your art and your humor and your intellect, struggled and triumphed. And you've done all of that in a community outside of Boston, where differences, large and small, showed up every day. You understood that those differences are the point. Thank you for bringing your whole selves, your pride of who you are and what you represent to the classroom every day. And to the family members and loved ones who provided support of all kinds throughout these past years. Moms, dads, guardians, grandparents, cousins, aunties, uncles, and family friends who are sharing this day. Thank you. You earned it too, and you made this possible. I've spent a lot of time in the State House fighting for a quality education for every student in this state. You all, future leaders and architects of a more just world, are why. I'm so proud to be an advocate and strong supporter of METCO because of what you have done and will go on to do for our world. So go on bravely and curiously and joyously to explore and chase dreams, find your calling in this world. And know that all of us, your family members, teachers, neighbors, and supporters you may never even meet, are here for you and are cheering for you. Congratulations.
I'm delighted to join you all on this special occasion to offer my congratulations to all the students and your families. A special shout out to the more than 250 students who attend the METCO program in schools that I represent in Melrose, Wakefield, and Reading. I'm particularly pleased as the Senate Chair of the Legislature's Education Committee that we have long offered strong, consistent support for the METCO program. And that's because this program is a wonderful way to promote inclusiveness, diversity, and good educational opportunities for all. Congratulations on the hard work that has brought you to this milestone, and best wishes for the next phase in your lives.
Congratulations, METCO Class of 2020. It is a great pleasure to extend my warmest wishes to all of you. You so deserve this special day, and I am honored to be part of this celebration. For many years, you've gotten up early in the morning and taken a long bus ride so that you could go to school in the suburbs that I represent, Weston, Wayland, and Wellesley. Your presence in these schools has been an enormous gift to all of us. We learned to cherish what makes us different and to unleash the values that we hold in common. Hopefully, we have also learned to reject stereotypes and to stand up to prejudice. By learning together, we have taught each other. In addition to participating in this extraordinary program, you have also had an experience unlike any other seniors that I am aware of, as you have along with the rest of the world's class of 2020, gone through a senior year in the shadow of COVID-19. You've had to learn remotely from home and to plan your futures on your own. This was no easy task. So you deserve this great day. Thank you, METCO graduates, for your hard work and dedication to excellence, and thank you for all that you have contributed to the school systems that are in the district that I represent. And good luck with your future. I know it will be bright. Thank you.
Hello, this is Representative David Linsky from Natick. I'm here to congratulate all of the 2020 METCO graduates. I'm very proud of all of you. Look, you're not getting the graduation ceremony that either you expected or you deserved. You should be in a high school auditorium or on a football field celebrating with all of your classmates. These are unusual times, but your perseverance and your dedication, as demonstrated by everything that you have been through, sitting on a bus for a long period of time and going to a strange suburban school district, you have shown that you can accomplish a lot and that you are leaders. I'm very, very proud of you. I represent Natick and Dover-Sherburne, so a special shout out to the graduates from METCO who went to those two high schools. Now it is your turn. Go out and be a leader, go out and be a role model, and show this world what you can do. I am so very, very proud of you. We need people like you. We need people like you to be role models and outstanding citizens and being involved in your communities. You'll do great in college, in life, in work, whatever you do. Go out, seize the day, seize the world, and congratulations, METCO graduates.
Hello, METCO class of 2020. My name is Sean Bernier, Student Council President of Wayland High School. I'm honored to speak to you today about the importance of unveiling. What does it mean to unveil oneself? Especially since we will all be known as the COVID-19 graduates. How will we distinguish the difference among us? I've been experiencing this unveiling phenomenon my entire life. I once had to unveil myself because I felt that hiding myself from the world would be a great injustice. I was born Nia Bernier, and I evolved into the man I am today, Sean Bernier. I first learned about transgenderism on the news when Chaz Bono shared his transition from female to male. In that 3-minute segment, my life changed forever. As a 10-year-old child, I was able to make a connection. I came out to my school in the 7th grade as the first Black transgender male. It felt so freeing to discover this newfound appreciation for voicing my perspective and for understanding myself while shedding the stigmas associated with my decision. No one knew much about transgenderism, so I felt empowered to be a trailblazer for my school community and for my Boston resident community at home. I knew I was going to make life-changing sacrifices. All my life, I've taken small steps to enable me to soar without fully understanding the magnitude of difficulty that I've endured. And what has inspired me to keep going on this path are those around me that have been able to be touched by my experiences. I joined the football team freshman year, working harder than the man next to me, slowly eradicating all the naysayers. My community took notice of me, and that's when I joined the METCO Power Club to help facilitate discussions on race, gender, activism, and the need for more unity in our society. I became president of this club my junior year. My transition has emboldened me to address these challenging topics within our high school community. It has made me realize that others welcome these conversations and I was not alone. During the summer, I was completely inactive due to my gender-affirming surgery. I lost a lot of strength and depended on others entirely for my survival because I was not completely recovered. I had to make the hard decision of giving up my senior year of football, but I continued to be part of the team by serving as team manager. Nevertheless, I could not feel nothing but incomplete because I was not able to be physically present on the field with my teammates. I cannot thank them enough for the support that they gave me during another challenging time. Fortunately for me, a wrestling coach offered me an alternative. He allowed me to try out for the varsity wrestling team. What I didn't know at the time is that wrestlers weigh in only their underwear. So this was the first time I publicly showed everyone my surgical scars. It was both nerve-wracking and empowering. I was a first-year inexperienced varsity wrestler who just got out of surgery not too long ago. I knew I've always been a risk taker, but even for me, this was extreme. When I got on that mat with my opponent, I quickly prayed and shook his hand. Moments later, on that same mat, my arm was raised, only seconds after the mat started. I'm sharing all this because it is important to remember where we once began. Imagine if we stopped at the moment that we faced the most adversity. Imagine if we never took the steps to fight for our liberty. Imagine if we never took the steps to organize protests of abominable injustice, or to even strive for historic greatness. We have been forced to step into a place of courage and resilience, a place that none of us could have ever perceived or imagined 4 years ago. Through the haze of the global pandemic and systemic injustices that continue to prey upon us, it is important for us to play the hand that we were dealt, like it was the hand we always wanted, and to flourish like no one has ever expected us. In 1966, METCO's founders fought for equity for children of color, students like you and me, students who should have been given the opportunity to realize our full potential. I graduated in 2020 as the first Haitian American transgender Boston METCO student who has served as a president of my entire high school. In this METCO program, I was taught the beauty of unveiling myself, my potential, and my voice. I received the most acceptance and love from my METCO staff, students, Wayland High School public faculty, staff, classmates, and my family, who taught me the utmost about resiliency and discipline. It has allowed me to learn how to navigate in this world and not live in a state of fear. Today, I encourage you all to share your perspectives, your voices, and continue to drive the culture of today. Unleash your wisdom, unveil your voices, and together we can overcome COVID-19. Thank you so much.
Philip Cherry. David Lopes, James Reddick, Janae Valeri, Jessica Wu, Maya Young, Christina Delgado, Sage Hull, Jonathan Pierre, Esmeralda Puello, Aaliyah Valentine, Asanti Andrews, Tasha Baez, Derek Brown, Dotson Montero, Christian Rudder, Kiara Santos, Christian Tyrell, Shaylin James, Jockey Bell, Haley Bose, Ray Bose, Naya Bright Reason, Bryce Burke, Leona Cotton, Devin Gibson, Caitlin Harris, Keyshawn Harris, Autumn Johnson, Brianna Johnson, Jamari Jones, Nia Jones, Denali McRae, Jordan Milton,
congrats to all. We made it. With all our hard work and METCO right behind us, we did it. And it's only up from here.
Seja Mitchell, Deshalis Palacios Benitez, Isaiah Ramsey, Destiny Rutherford, Erica Sanchez, Kaisa Sazama Framil, Crystal Smith, Kenneth Soba, Ella Whalen, Jenna Cuff Moyse, Jordan Fonfield, Sapphire Gibson.
I want to thank my family for their love and support. I want to thank my METCO director, Miss Elisa Gittins-Carl, and I want to thank my high school teachers that supported me.
Janice Asari Dankwa, James Chase, Claney Evora, Tatiana Fraser, Darren Roberts, King Clyde, Nathan Smith, Xavier Weathers, Brian Bruno, Micah Scott Massey, Ariana Johnson Garvin, Leroy Irvin, Tanai Sanders, Andrea Gobe Aline, Neve Seni Brenius, Richard Tenor, Asia Kelly, Jabari Thomas, Nairi Brown, Taylor Brown, Samantha Espinal, Takira Clark, Jency Charles, Kira Cooper, Christina Chow, Ariana Gaston, Mariano Cuartas, Naomi Harris, Lael Watson, Justin Siri, Alea Turner, Christopher Fulton Harley, Alana Boucher, Jada Edwards, Ariel Hamilton, Karis Mack, Jahim Jean-Pierre, Natasia Kenner Sunius, Nayeli Pizarro, Adriana Marquez, Ariana Marquez, Noel Martinez, Christopher Pressinal, Jalen Rodney, Nathaniel Rodriguez, Nigel Smalls, Jesus Tejeda, Alicia Ford, Bree Vidal, Anthony Hunt, Anila Williams Araujo, Shakira Baxter, Courtney Wright, Cod Connell, Christopher Allen, Brianna Leslie, Michaela Colso, Keyshawn Mercury, Mikkel Dunton.
I want to thank the METCO program dearly for helping me excel inside the classroom and helping me succeed further in life.
Raymond Roel Grace, Mikai Dunton,
What's up, guys? Makai here. And even though my senior year ended this way, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody who got me here. Thank you, guys. Love you so much.
Edwin Salato, Alvin Holder III, Tesire McLean, Javon Meadows, Stephen Milton, Alceli Pimentel Pena, Ethan Prosper, Jasmine Riley, Amarea Shepherd, Hamzo Talil, Elijah Yancey, Sasha Anes, Ariana Bethea, Terrence Cherry Jr., Arleth Lopez Maldonado, Paulo Luis, Kendry Poe Cuevas, Adesotu Ade Wogiran, Ashanti Fernandez, Ajane Fernandez, Angelo Correa Lopez, Ashira Grant, Brandy Cruz, Leilani Guthrie, Jace Grant, Jonathan Neal, Amy Lim, Kiara McIntyre, Chris Lord Pierre, Maya Vogt, Jaslyn Nunez, Ariana Williams, Stephanie Ogbebor, Taylor Bailey, Sean Brothers, Elijah Burton, Adonai Waldi-Georgis, Soleil Allen, Destiny Dees, Amani Darty, Alana King, Khalil Lofton, Dayla DePina, Layla Lucas, Christina Harris Welsh, Aaron Neville, Jaden Martin, Imani Rather, Aaron Moses, Leah Penn, Aaliyah Smalls, Julian Santiago, Larissa Williams, Amar Skelly, Amir Skelly, Christina Bartley, Trey Andrews, Emanike Anigbogu, Anicia Ellis, Oladele Falade, Maximus Brown, Adonis Fernandez Cabral, Amber Cassidy, Janae Howard, Nija Howard, Taylor Martin, Brianna Moran, Demetrius Huff, Mason Marion, Naima Simpson, Jalen Spence, Dakira Richardson, Deja Strotter, Adalia Rodriguez, Melisha Thermo, Amari Turner, Sage Williams, Victoria Lee Brewer, Calvin Yuk C, Tatiana Bursey, Nakia Carr, Elijah Gant, Nia Goss, Najaya Newton, Celinette Perez, Adonis Vargas, Loreca Depina Rodriguez, Shanice Williams, Caleb Gale, Doriel Johnson, Jada Johnson, Tejan Montero, Jada Moreshi Furtick, Tristan Teixeira, Jaden Williams Thomas, Navita Davis, Taj Andrews, Zacchaeus Palmer, Giovanni Teixeira, Sharon Bemberry, Kejon Carney, Jalen Cosme, O. Mackenzie Fernandez, Sean Bernier, Cale Bonds, Arianes Cabral, Allison Christian, Reynal Lusant, Josephina Davis, Amira English, Tamira English, Joshua Dominguez, Francisco Gonzalez, Michaela Mathis, Talia Nicholas, Karan Freeman, Alyssa Perez, Kendall Clements, Elizabeth Fields Aime, Clarence Bly, Nicholas Calway, Corey Jones, Anthony Lumley, Shakaria McIntosh, Demari Guillaume, Destiny Mitchell, Jonathan Nicholas, Jamir Pritchard, Kalia Rochelle, Sky Sanchez, Sierra Sinclair, Matea Roderick, Anika Blake, Elia Clark, Sydney Freeman, Janelle Turner, Hannah Jordan, Lindsay Turnu, Gia Joyner, Ashanti Malcolm Bates, Ashley McCoy, Neoma Onwama, Aaliyah Phillips, Timothy Simpson, Shania Steed, Tommy Lee Torres III, Michael White Jr., Christina Almeida, Danisha Dwyer Young, Shamar Hall, Mark James, Aristides Leitao de Graca, Naom Haile, Jai Mathis, Diani Preval,
Hey, METCO students, class of 2020, Devin McCourty here, and I want to say congratulations. You did it. You got to the finish line. You did it. This is huge, and you didn't just do it like it's any other year. You did it during a pandemic. You traveled outside your neighborhood. You made new friends, and all of that has come to today, where you finally get to become who you set out to become. You get to graduate, you get to move on, you get to do big and better things. So I want to say again, I want to say congratulations. And you've already been in the middle of the fight. You go to a school that was founded on civil rights. You've been doing that every day. When you walk in those doors, when you accomplish the things you accomplish, you have fought for the voiceless. And I encourage you to continue to do those things. Don't let our society wrap you into so many other things that really, when you accomplish them, you realize they're not that important. Remember, go chase the different things, the values, the morals that have been instilled in you from at home all through your years of school. Go chase those things. And I just want to leave you guys with a personal note from me. I encourage you guys to go out there and be brave. My family and I, we've gone through personal battles this off season, and it's been tough. But through that, I have learned that I have a purpose here, and God has put me here to accomplish things and to fight for future generations. Be selfless. Fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, as you have always done. Continue to do that. Don't be deterred. Don't let any obstacle get in your way. Be determined, be dedicated, and go out there and do great things. I look forward to someday being hired by one of you, because I'm going to need a job soon. This football thing's going to end. And I look forward to seeing all the great things you do to help our community, our country, and the world. So good luck, chase your dreams, and have fun doing it. Thank you.
How's it going, everybody? This is Jackie Burley Jr., and I just want to reach out because I want to congratulate the seniors on graduation. That's an amazing achievement and accomplishment. I know your family, friends, and you should be proud of yourself as well. Obviously, during these times, things are a little difficult, and you're not able to actually do your graduation in person. But that should not take away from all the achievements that you have accomplished. I'm wishing everyone nothing but the best on your future endeavors. Take care.
The first thing I want you to do is keep your friends. It's really important in life that you have good friends who will stick by you through thick and thin, people who love you for what you are. Number two, always have a book. make sure you carry something to read with you so you'll never be bored. Register to vote. That's your most important role as a citizen, is that you have the right to vote. Use it. Don't ever lose it, because people gave their lives. They gave their fortunes. They gave their everything so that you could use the ballot box to pick who you want to be your leader. And above all, please be kind to people. It's important not to be mean. There's a lot to learn in the world. There's a lot you're going to do for the world. And you want to be prepared. So anyway, congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
My name is Patrick Kimball, and I'm an alumnus of the METCO program and currently serve as your chairman of the board. I want to send a special congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. You guys did it. You made it. You're here. You're walking across the stage, and it's an incredible milestone in your lives. I ask that you reflect on your journey and think about what it took for you to get here. I ask you to think about what you want your life to look like from this point going forward, because you are truly in control of that, and you have the resources to make it look however you want it to look. I can't help but reflect on my own journey when I was a METCO student. Everything from the early mornings, the long bus rides, and the friendships I was able to cultivate along the way. We all are etched in history. You guys are part of history, being METCO students. I challenge the support system of these graduates to continue to support them, because they'll need you now more than ever. And I ask that you continue to support METCO graduates to come, because those students will need you more than ever. We all have an obligation to help each other, because it's our obligation to pour into each other so that we can be the change that we want to see in our own communities. Again, congratulations to the class of 2020. You guys did it. You're here. You can do great things. You can write your own script. Congratulations.
Thank you for being with us today. If you want to support METCO and racial equity work in education, make a donation today. METCO works.
Congratulations, METCO class of 2020! Change the world!